Hi guys. So one of the common complaints I hear about our contract framework is that whenever we demonstrate it, something doesn't work. So let me try to show you that things actually work and that they're rather simple. If you're not aware yet, we have a very simple getting started guide that guide you through the initial installation process. I will only touch base a little bit and then I'll show you how I work with some really simple sample contract. Okay, so let's see what I have here. You see, what I did basically is I took I installed Ardor normally into program files, Ardor, and then copied the Ardor directory into my user document folder. As you recall, the Ardor directory itself is structured as an IntelliJ project. So I simply opened the IntelliJ project and went to the sources, contracts folder, and let's look at a contract that we call a random payment. Okay. I just finished playing with random payment yesterday for demo, so let's return it to its normal state, where random payment is a very simple contract. You send it a transaction to trigger it with some amount. It sends you back an amount between 0 and twice the amount you sent. So it's kind of a gambling contract. As you can see, it's a random payment is a Java class, extends abstract contract, implements the process transaction callback, which receives transaction context from which we load the transactions. We ignore phase transaction because this will allow the gambler to regret in case it's lost. Then we initialize randomness source, calculate the return amount. You see here we added a log message, a breakpoint, and basically here we compose the the return send money transaction and submit it back to the sender. Let's start. Let's upload this contract to the blockchain. I'll compile first. You can see I have here already few configurations, but let's create a new one. So I'm using the Ardor contract manager, which is, let's call it upload contract. And the contract I'm uploading is random payment. Okay, upload is the action. Okay, this, and select upload contract from here. This should now run. And upload the contract. You see it's now waiting for the new block before it terminates. If I head to the desktop wallet and look at the dashboard, I can see two new transactions. One is the actual uploaded contract, okay, which is a Java VM. This is a class and so on. And the other is a contract reference, which actually ties my specific contract runner account to the actual contract hash. You see this is already confirmed. So now you see I'm logged in. This is my contract runner account. Remember 7R335. I also call it my Alice, all right? And you can see that Bob is running on the on a remote node, basically on, yeah, let's run Bob. Bob is running on the test Ardor node from Gelorida. Okay, so it's on a completely different node. So let's let Bob trigger this contract now. So to trigger it, it should send Ignis to the contract runner account. And amount, let's just send 10 ignis. Now we need to send the message to trigger the contract. To see which message we need to send, we can go in the contract runner accounts to the contract page, look at the random payment contract, and in the parameters, we can copy here the sample, the trigger message that we need to send. So this would be the trigger method, calculate the fee, and submit, right? Now we need to wait for the contract, and you see that the contract now executed in IntelliJ, and our breakpoint is actually triggered here. I can actually see that the original amount was 10 ignis. The return amount, this is a return amount. Then, yeah, and I can even show you in the log file, if we open the node log file and reload it, you can see that in the last line, we see that this is the amount paid and this is the amount returned. Let's step through a few steps and continue to run. Now, if I look at the wallet, I see that I paid 10 ignis. I will soon see the return transaction. This is the wallet of the contract runner. So you can already see here that the returned amount, that this is a returned amount that was sent back. Yeah, and go back to Bob. Now it's refreshed. Okay, and now we see that I sent 10 ignis, received back 2.9 ignis. So this is basically a demo how the contract actually runs. Then we can also see testing contracts by deploying them is a bit of a hassle. So what we can also do is we can test the contract using a unit test. So we already provide you this unit test as a sample. So you can look at random payment has a unit test. Basically, the unit test starts from an empty blockchain. It deploys the contract to the blockchain. Then it composes the trigger message and triggers, you see Bob is the account that I'm running on the browser, and it's sending ignis to the contract runner. When we generate a block, the contract is actually executed, and then we test that there is actually a new transaction spawned by the contract, and so on. So you can study this unit test more later. So you saw now how I open the contracts, how I open the Ardor project as IntelliJ in IntelliJ, how we look at the contract source code, how we deploy a contract, how we trigger a contract, debug it, watch the log file, and unit test it. Thank you very much.